When I was 15, my best friend went through a really depressing stage and harmed himself. That's called self-harm. When I was 16, my best friend tried to commit suicide and she got sent to a home. When I was 17, my best friend wrote a suicide note. My topic is teen suicide and I created a documentary. My name is Tatianna Brooks. Since you've been here at New Hanover High School, how many kids do you think have actually came to you about committing suicide?
I can tell you because I actually keep a log. 31.
How does this reflect on you?
Personally, personally, it makes me extremely concerned for the resiliency of this generation and what the adults can do as a whole to help build that resiliency for these children. Professionally, I think we need to be doing more to help promote awareness of what is available, supports that are available to families and children when they're feeling this way. To that child, please reach out. Reach out to somebody that you trust, somebody that you're comfortable with. Please let somebody know how you're feeling. Somebody real, not somebody on the internet. And to somebody that is aware, always tell. Always tell a trusted adult that you feel comfortable letting know.
Okay.
Do you know of anyone that has committed suicide?
Unfortunately, yes, I do. My two cousins, we pretty much grew up with them. And my cousin named Eric decided when he was 15 to commit suicide, and we don't really know why. And actually, at the time, my whole family kept it very secretive. Nobody talked about it. Nobody explained it to us. We didn't really know why there was a funeral even. Nobody wanted to talk about it. And so it wasn't until many years later and lots of confusion and questions that were unanswered that I even found out. And it's because I was persistent in asking questions about it because nobody even said his name anymore. So that to me was weird. And as a kid growing up, having somebody just disappear from your life like that was confusing. And then as an adult, I've known several people of varying ages. All of them are difficult, but the hardest ones are my young people, my students, my kids, because I always feel like maybe there was just one more thing we could have done. Today is difficult, but tomorrow starts fresh. Just gotta make it to tomorrow.
Do you know of anyone that has committed suicide or that has attempted to commit suicide?
I don't know anyone that has committed suicide, but I know someone who has attempted to commit suicide, and I also have been in that depressing stage where maybe it would be better if I wasn't here, but I got over that a couple years ago. Me knowing a person that wants to commit suicide, it's hard because you're trying to make them happy and you're trying to make them understand that it will affect people if you decide to end your life and cut it short. Me being depressed all came from me moving down here because I didn't know anyone down here, and it was really hard starting over in the 5th grade and being mature, and I got really depressed, and my mom, she wasn't even paying attention to me because she had problems of her own. And there was one time where I was in the shower and I was just like, I wonder if I wasn't here, would she at least be happier?
How did you overcome that as to where you are today in life?
Just with communication.
If you can give advice to anybody that's thinking about committing suicide or that's going through depressed feelings, what would you tell them?
Convince them that it's not over yet. There's still another chapter in your life. You just have to get through that obstacle. There's always a sun behind the storm. Even if you don't see it, it's always going to shine through.
Do you know anyone that has tried to commit suicide or attempted it?
Well, I tried to overdose on pills 2 times before, and I got sent off to a home, well, not a home, like a rehabilitation center in Winston-Salem, and my mother.
Okay, and how did you get through that process?
It made me realize, who my real friends were and who actually really cared about me and, what I was going through. And also, when my mom tried to kill herself, that affected my life because, I didn't really realize how strong depression was because when I was going through it, I was just thinking, I'm sad. But my mom going through it, I actually started to understand some more about it, and it really hurt me.
And where are you at today in life?
Today in life, I'm a teenager with a daughter, and I'm still depressed. But I'm happy, and I'm not trying to kill myself because I've learned the warning signs, and I'm great because I got therapy, I got help, and I'm good now. So.
Do you know of anyone that has ever tried to commit suicide or that has committed suicide?
Yes, when I was in the 7th grade, my best friend actually killed herself.
And how did you go about that?
In the beginning, you feel like, well, maybe I could have done this, or maybe I should have helped, or I should have saw the signs. And it's like you never kind of like get peace with that situation because you always feel like maybe you could have done something.
Do you know anyone that has committed suicide?
Suicide, yeah, I actually do. It was my cousin, and it was really all over just a boy. And she was telling me about it, and I was like, it's gonna be alright. Like, it's just to do it. It ain't no big problem. And I should have listened to her. And like to this day, I like blame myself on not listening to her. I felt inside that my need to help her was like, it's a boy. I don't need to help you. You can do this yourself. But when she did this, I knew like it's my fault. And deep down, I was like, I could have helped her, but I didn't. And I feel bad that I didn't. I honestly didn't think that she would be the one to do that to herself. Like, she was smart, educated, beautiful. She had a lot going for herself. And for her to like take her life, it hurted me and it hurted the rest of the family. My advice to people out there that's like going through a lot and think that they should commit suicide, just talk to somebody, because it is some people out in this world that's open to listen to what you gotta say.
Suicide is not about a person wanting to die. It's about them wanting the pain to stop. Have you ever lost a loved one due to suicide?
Yeah, I lost my girlfriend.
From your personal experience, explain how a loved one committing suicide affected you.
It really broke my heart. It kind of crushed my motivation to do anything else in life.
Did you ever question yourself?
Yeah, a couple times. You got to thinking of what you could have done different or what you could have done to prevent it, or you'll think about just ways that you could have prevented it. Just asking why a lot.
Being that it has affected you, how did it affect the people around you?
Friends, I saw them going through just about the same pain that I was going through. And then family, trying to comfort a loved one that's brokenhearted is hard, because you gotta sit there and watch them suffer without really being able to do anything about it.
If you can leave advice to anyone who's thinking about committing suicide, what would it be?
life gets hard and it gets rough, and you got things that everybody has to deal with. Everybody's got their own demons, but suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Don't blame yourself. It's going to be hard, and you just gotta push yourself and, I guess, lift your own self up, learn how to be strong by yourself. Time sometimes heals everything. It's just something else you gotta live with.
Have you ever lost a loved one due to suicide?
No, I never lost anyone personally to suicide. A lot of my friends have attempted suicide before, and I see the symptoms, and it kind of made me think about life in a way of you never know what people go through. You never know how they're feeling or what they deal with at home, personally, like internally. You never know. Like even your closest friends. So I never lost anyone, but I think about life differently. I just thought, like what I said, you never know what they go through. Like you could be the best of friends with them, but you'll never know like what they go through. You never will be exactly in their shoes to see what they go through in their home or how they feel about themselves. Stay strong, because nothing lasts forever. It's always gonna shine somewhere, and it's okay to be sad sometimes, but don't let that overtake you. Don't let whatever you're going through make you who you are. Build yourself off of what you go through, and it'll make you stronger. And so to the friend that's dealing with the friend that's going through thoughts of suicide, I would tell you to be supportive. Understand that you don't know what they go through, and just try to listen more than you speak. To be there for them, encourage them that I wouldn't give them anything that they couldn't handle.